Hello, Bucs fans. Welcome back to Real Bucs Talk. We are live here on a Tuesday night special edition of RBT live stream. Hope you guys are having a great week, getting ready for Thanksgiving. There's a lot to be thankful for. And Mark, obviously, the news: Buccaneers lose yet again, dropping their third straight, dropping to 6-5, and it kind of seems like we're just in that period of the Buccaneers season where, things just go wrong, and now they have to fight their way down the stretch here to get into the playoffs. But first of all, how are you doing? How are you feeling? What's new?
I mean, Bucs game was a disaster and just an expected loss, but not in that way.
Right.
Not where it was like not competitive, like not a chance we had from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, frustrating. A lot of people turned it off at halftime, and then it was just more of me and you talking back and forth about what is the lead up to this? What is the cumulative thing? It isn't just this one game. Like, it's just the way in which you lost. But, yeah, overall, tired. Made a massive shed today. 12 by 20, 8-foot wall. It was huge. So, a little tired, but I was like, damn it. Let me get on here and let's talk some football, especially Bucs in-depth crap of like not just, oh, this guy didn't catch it. This guy may have thrown it inaccurate. It's the whole team, the whole enchilada that we got to go over.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I guess let me pull before we do that. Let me pull this up. Obviously, the stats weren't very good on for the Bucs as well. And when it was just like you said, just reiterating it. It was complete domination by the Rams. We were pretty much outmatched. We were outcoached, outplayed, out everything. It's like Jim Mora and how he says we couldn't pass the ball, we couldn't run the ball, we couldn't get a first down. We were just shit, and that's basically what happened. As my mic continues to fall, yeah. I don't know why it does that. It should stay in place. I got to fix it.
Moore says it's pitiful. It's absolutely pitiful to perform like that. Pitiful. Yeah. And that's quoted. That's exactly what happened on Sunday night.
Yeah, it was just bad. I mean, couldn't do anything in the passing game. Baker Mayfield does get injured in this game with an AC joint sprain in his left shoulder. He has an opportunity to play this week, but I would be surprised if he does. I mean, I think you have to find a way to roll with Teddy Bridgewater, but he didn't look great either in the game in the second half. But I think that's kind of expected, especially with, limited snaps in practice. You're hoping put up a better performance. But yeah, it wasn't good on either side in all phases. I mean, I think our first punt only went 23 yards. That's a bad sign. But yeah, nothing good to take away from this game. And it goes back to, we'll go over some of these plays here in a bit, but Cade Otton, I've been hyping him up all year, and of course, he drops the ball, which again, you just make the simple plays, catch the ball, and then you're able to set up third and short, 3rd and 4 at best. And the drive keeps going on, and maybe the Buccaneers find a way to, tie up the game or at least get points on that drive. Yeah. But instead, you're down 14-0, and pretty much from there, the game was over.
Yeah, it's just the snowball effect that happens, and it's ugly. It's the first drive, they could have scored, they could have gotten points, they could have kept moving the ball. Right. They don't. Lack of execution. Second drive, the Cade Otton shit show. Or, just catch the damn ball, get down. Like, what are we trying to do? You're on the road. Any mistake is going to make it way worse. You got the crowd into it, and then it just snowballed. And then you have Baker trying to do more than he should, gets hurt. Your coach doesn't realize it and just keeps telling him, keep going out there, keep doing your thing. Even on the touchdown pass. Looked like he was in pain. And then you go out there and tell him to throw a 70-yard bomb. That's an abomination of a decision. How dumb is that?
Yeah.
It's just some stuff you're just like, what are you doing? Just kneel it.
Yeah. at it was 4th down. It was 4th and 24. I mean, at the very least, if you just wanted to waste clock, you just punt the ball as high as you can, or you just run straight backwards and waste time, you know? Yeah, I don't get the decision making, and that's something we'll get into in the second half of the show. But with that said, I want to go ahead. We're gonna pull up some of the film here and get into this. So this play here, this was on the first drive. And this play to start is just really going over kind of some of the offensive play design, the route combinations that we're going to see. I wasn't a fan of this, and really they're trying to set this up for an easy completion, but it's a good job by the Rams. I mean, they pretty much read this and you get Baker on the move, which I like, but at the same time, there's nothing else. There's nowhere really to go with the football. Again, they're just playing this as best as you possibly can. I would like to see a Mecca kind of challenge vertical and then come on a comeback to really isolate this one-on-one, but you're just not winning with that. You're not going to throw it over the top to Sterling. That's going to be a tough play. Tez Johnson, there's really nowhere to go with the ball. And again, give credit to Baker. At least he gets a couple yards here. And maybe this is where he gets hurt. Who knows? I mean, he kind of gets spun around here at the end, but there's just not much to do.
I mean, but so this is where I go into this. It's a game of chess, right? You're trying to win the war, not win the battle. Every hike, every down is a battle. They called you on this one. Their defense was sound. They were in the proper positioning to stop a flood to the right. Like literally they just did play action. Not every down and distance is a man defense. So if this was man, clearly there'd be guys running open because no one's covering them. They're just running into the voids that the defense was called to play into. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's frustrating, but sometimes that's where you got to live to play another day. Like Tom Brady would just throw it in the dirt or throw it away. Or if there's a contested catch, okay, cool. But it's just about not forcing things, right? And Baker hasn't been doing that lately, but he's also not been reading the field as fast as in this one. I know you had a hot debate on Twitter about this, but break it down. Do you think he should have read this faster? Do you think he went from, who was it, Tez Johnson in the middle of the field to a Mecca, and it was just a read process progressions? What is your mindset with all this stuff?
Yeah, for me, I mean, just right here on pre-snap, I think you have to understand a Mecca, given the rotation of coverage, a Mecca's got to be your number one. And once you hit this back step, your full drop step right there, you got to understand where the safety is going and the way he's shading. You got to be able to isolate and focus in on a Mecca Buka. I mean, Tez Johnson shouldn't be read one here. And Tez is right. It should be a touchdown. But the problem is Baker, I think, again, there's no reason to slide left here as you let it run. There's just no reason to move to the left. Stay where you are.
Yep.
You're fine. And you can make this throw. And he just didn't put enough on it. I mean, it's got to be more towards the back of the end zone, or at least leading him earlier. And he just doesn't get enough. And unfortunately, it's incomplete. And that's, some of the things that the Buccaneers have to get better at. And, Grizzard's offense, they're trying to get more explosive plays. They're trying to get downfield shots. That's what he's trying to gear to. I think maybe it's time to maybe shift things back to just the underneath stuff and try to focus in on that, get completions, and then build your way towards the explosive plays maybe later in the game. Here, they set it up well, because in this drive, they were running the ball, they were getting first downs, and they were setting up this play action on 1st and 10. Unfortunately, just didn't execute it.
All right, so I want to go over this little rant. So I know you went on a little tangent or conversation on Twitter about, but he has to go through his reads. Bullshit. I mean, Tom Brady is the one, if you saw him here and any time he played, he could diagnose what the hell is going to be happening based off of film study and where guys were positioned. Pre-snap is one thing. Okay, you hiked it. You looked. This guy is primarily looking this way. He started here, but now he's starting to fade over there. If you're looking dead center of the field at him right now, you don't make a decision yet. You make the decision based off of, okay, well, now they're opening up an alleyway for me. If it's even, it's leaving, and there's nothing but space. You attack space. You attack voids. Baker did. Don't tell me it was because he had to go through his reads. No, you don't have to physically just stare a certain person down. You can manipulate the defense. Guess what? Stafford did that to us nonstop in this game with his eyes, because he's looking at once, not just because he's going through his progressions, because he's baiting you to do a certain thing. Baker has the ability to do it. He just did it slow. He didn't get it enough behind it. And don't tell me Becca could have made a bigger play for this. There's a guy pushing on him. The guy gets a hand on the ball. It's not like he can drive through him. Yeah. Maybe he could, maybe he couldn't. But look, he's staring that safety down the whole damn time.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? Right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just and Barton gets tripped here. I know he's to the ground, but he trips over his own guys. I mean, it's just, good news is Carolina did lose. But as we continue on, and that's something to point out as well, finding these completions early and often to get Baker in rhythm. This is a good, third down, and I think it's 3rd and 4 here. Good play. You're creating space. You're trying to get Chris Godwin the ball. And again, he's open. You fire the ball accurately to a spot where only he can get it. It's away from the defender, low, being able to catch it. So that's a good executed play. And you just got to have more of these where guys can make plays in space and operate.
It's also understanding, okay, who was his man? Was it this guy? Close up, when he realizes it's the safety, I have all this space to work with. Right. Easy pitch and catch, right? Big play, big placement, like you just mentioned. But still, I think you just need to get this stuff consistent. And it hasn't been that way in weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're trying, and to John's comment here, like they're trying to get him in flow. They're trying to get rhythm, but again, just not executing the plays. Again, good film study here by the Rams. They understand what's happening. They're able to disrupt it. So just got to be better in how we operate, and especially set things up. And they do this later. Again, they're going to come back to that play later on. And actually it's going to be the Tez touchdown, as we'll see. But here's the disaster. Like, you just can't have this. And this is 2nd and 13. You're about to make it 3rd and 4. Got to catch the ball. Yeah. Just catch the ball. Like, there's no reason to juggle with this and then lose it to a cornerback. And you could say like, oh, maybe he's down or this or what, but just got to make the play. And this, unfortunately, just made the game from bad to worse in an instant blink of a second.
Yeah, no, you can't blame Baker on that one. Hit him in between the fingers. Catch the damn ball.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to catch it. And like, even here, he could maybe, hold this, maybe pump fake, maybe try to fire it to Mecca down the seam, maybe throw it deep to Ted Johnson. But at the same time, I don't think Baker trusts his offensive line. And you can see like the interior, Tristan's trying to hold off number 10. There's a loop coming around, and Michael Jordan just hasn't been good either. Like, I can understand why he's trying to get rid of this fast.
Yes, but also like Kate Otton's running into this guy. I mean, I didn't think this was a right read. I thought, and I think this during the game, you even said like he just hates Rachaad White. Like, he just doesn't want to throw the damn ball to him. I mean, who would you rather get this ball to? The guy going into the man or the guy going into space? Right?
Yeah, I'd probably throw to Rachaad there.
But also what you just said, if you hold this a little bit longer, maybe pump it, and then you get Mecca in between two safeties, because he's going to pass that guy.
Right.
It's a harder throw to complete, but still, like,
yeah, it's tough. You still got to,
it.
Yeah, you still have to operate in space and try to hit it. But yeah, just unfortunate.
Oh my goodness, Michael Jordan. There we go.
Yeah, so this is on the sack, and this is 3rd and 9. I want to say third and long, but I can kind of see what they're trying to do here, and they might have had options. If you have time, you're gonna have Kate on and come across the middle late. You have Rashad potentially. If you can just dump it off to Rashad there. But again, it's just great execution by, the stunt game. And we're going to see the reverse angle here in a second. But yeah, it's
just looking
just
at
not
Godwin.
good.
Looks like third down. They just like, oh, let's get Godwin the ball.
Yeah.
He blanketed, and first read was gone. The pressure's already there. So it's kind of hard to get over to Rashad when he's not read one.
Yeah, exactly. And when this is happening again, you just have to be quicker. You have to understand where the space is. Probably just dump this to Rashad. Look right, come back left, and dump it to Rashad, and hopefully he can make something happen.
What's frustrating though is like Michael Jordan is not an athlete. I know he's a football player, but he is not an athletic guard. I mean, you look at what Barton can do, what Cody Mock could do, what Christian Wirfs has been doing for years. It's like those are your athletic guys. He's just clunky. He's more just a veteran guy. Like that's not a clean transition. And then he runs into your quarterback.
Yeah, it's not good. And they're missing their guards. I mean, not having Ben Bredesen hurts, and then not having Cody Mock is a huge loss. But even like here, he gets his first down on a scramble. And I understand why he doesn't want to throw the ball to Cade Otton because he dropped the ball. So there's opportunities to just hold this and throw Cade to space, and hopefully you can get something, at least a first down. But he ends up getting the first down, but this is probably where he hurts his shoulder, especially the left shoulder, as he's going to land hard on it here, as you're going to see right there, slam down, and definitely probably strained it. And then this is a good play. Again, they come back to that screen at the top, and this is why I think we thought originally he might have been late with this ball, but it was actually a good play. Hell of a throw too. As he's going to pump fake this, they're setting that play up, and then they're going to come back across to Tez Johnson. You can see how far the safety was out of place because of that pump fake. So him right there, he moves away from it, and then it creates a one-on-one, and you're able to hit it for a touchdown. So good execution, good call. And again, nice hands there by Tez Johnson. We'll see it on the reverse angle, and you can kind of see how Baker holds his arm there at the end.
Yeah, but this is the stuff where like people not hard. I'm like, you're setting things up like this. You saw what didn't work in the first time, and you're like, okay, well, what did the defense do reactionarily? Why with what we threw at them? You read, okay, they overly committed to that screen. They think it's going to be an easy outlet, like everyone's saying, get easy completions for Baker, and then you make a throw like this because you set it up earlier in the game. So we saw it first game of the year with the Falcons. I still think Razar is a good OC. It's just a lot of execution issues, a lot of mental errors, a lot of drops, or just a timing issue. And it's frustrating. It happens every game. And that's why, like, even against the Bills, I said, we're not going to win because we just don't consistently execute. And when's it going to happen?
Yeah, for sure. And here's another example of the Rams just playing solid defense. Again, they're trying to set this up and get the flow of the defense going one way, have Godwin come back underneath. But again, they're just passing this off really well, where Godwin's going to get picked up by, I think that's Cam Curl, the safety that's going to end up making this play. Again, being able to pass it off, you're not being challenged vertically, you're not getting that safety out of the zone there. Now, if you had someone that could distract number 3, then potentially this is a huge play, but just didn't work out that way. Maybe you have a Mecca here on the crosser if you decide to wait, because his guy does fall down. But you have space. But again, I understand the play call ends up being short, and then we're going to get into the 4th down decision, which I did not like the play call by the OC.
One other thing on this one, though, is like, I noticed in the Bills game, because we talked about it in the Patriots game, they were QB spying Baker with a linebacker. Now teams are doing it with a safety. So it was like, was this guy just playing middle box safety, or was he truly just reading Baker as, okay, could he run? Potentially. He's just staring him down the whole time. I don't even think he's looking at what's going on in front of him. He's just QB spying Baker. Reads, oh, he's going to throw the ball, and it's coming right to where I'm going. Bam. He meets him there. So, like, it's frustrating. It's a learning curve they're going to have to do. It's not just linebackers. Now it's safeties using it to stop Baker and his running ability.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So here's your 4th down. You did not like it at all.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this. I just don't like having Rashad at the top of the screen. Yeah, he's got to be in the backfield. Yeah. Yeah, you got to have him in the backfield. You got to be able to give a threat of a potential run, because this is 4th and 2, and we've gotten 2 yards on a run play. Like, you got to give something different to really challenge the middle of the defense, keep the linebackers honest. Even this would be a good play to potentially do a play action, do an RPO, do something to hold or freeze, the defense. And then that will give you more opportunities to throw this ball to space and maybe make it an easier catch for either Sterling Shepard or Chris Godwin, somebody.
I mean, I 100% agree with you with the 4th and 2. It's 4th and 2, guys.
Yeah.
We can get 2 yards with a running game, okay? If anything, get Rashad right next to you, and it could be an option for either a pass or QB draw, or not QB draw, halfback draw, or something. Give a defense something to think about because there's a guy back there.
Yep.
No, and he's never going to get the ball all the way outside. When have we ever thrown the ball outside to Rashad White that wide? It just doesn't happen. Like, it's frustrating to see that, especially on a big money down. You got to have it, but also it's that you're staring a guy down. Guess what Matthew Stafford does? Stare it down. This guy creeps, and look how wide open Chris Godwin is. Yeah. It's just a baiting type of thing, especially when you're staring it down the whole damn time. You're just looking left. Didn't do anything special. So clearly the guy's following your eyes. The second he should have left, he should have been doing the Stafford, staring over here, then throwing the window the second that guy leaves. Yeah. Because it's man across the board right there.
Right.
But, and like you said, poor setup with getting the running back and the outside of the numbers, which is stupid, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know it's spreading the field open, but bring down a receiver and then Sterling Shepard to boot, like, come on.
Yeah. If anything, that type of play, it should be, having Rashad and maybe Tez Johnson in the backfield at the same time, utilize motion and misdirection a little bit to get an easier pass, whether it's Rashad or Tez Johnson going out into the flat and you throw them to space, they're able to get the first down. But as we move on, now we're going to the defense, and defensively, it wasn't much better. Zion McCollum is just struggling as much as you possibly can. Just not good technique. He's already behind on his release, not being able to jam the receiver at the line of scrimmage. If you're going to play press man, you got to be able to redirect. You got to be able to be physical. You got to stop the timing of this route, because that's what the Rams offense is. It's all timing. They are so good at it, and you got to be able to adjust. And then when you have plays like this is hard to stop. Again, you have an insert C-gap release here, and it's creating a two-way go for one of the best route runners in Nakua going up against Jacob Parrish. And I don't blame Parrish here. This is tough to defend. I mean, he can go either way, and it's hard. I mean, that's just a great play call, great setup, and it's just easy money. And look how they're taking away. You're taking away the defenders on that side because you have Devontae Adams running a streak. He takes two guys with him. It creates a one-on-one. That is well executed, well designed, and well performed by probably the best team in football right now in the Rams.
Yeah, so you look at stuff like this and you're like, oh, our offensive coordinator sucks. I mean, just he's that good.
Yeah. I mean, Sean McVay is way more experienced. He's done this for years, and this is why he's one of the best coaches. He has one of the best staffs, and this is why they are so good, because they're just well coached, well designed, and they've been together.
I mean, but he's the main guy, though. He's the brain, but they also has all these college guys running ideas off of him. So he's like,
right.
He's not necessarily an innovator. He just gets the stuff that they're already testing out and tries it out at the NFL level. It's not like it's anything crazy. He's like, oh, let's try that wrinkle here. Yep. And then when you don't have enough pressure, things happen. But here we actually get home with Yaya here. What'd you see here?
Yeah, so here was funny because guys actually did their job in coverage, and it allows you to get pressure with Yaya. again, guys in the right spot. Look at Anthony Nelson. He's going to actually press Devontae Adams and get him off his route. He presses him at the line of scrimmage, and that's what you have to do. Now, this is a complete mismatch, but he at least does his job and presses him. Now, they're trying to set somewhere else, but look how guys are in their zones. Again, being responsible, understanding where Matthew is trying to go with the football, and Yaya does just enough to finish this play and ends up being a sack.
And this is where, again, we called them on their thing. So we just got devoured by a beautifully called man beater, right? Mm-hmm. To occupy Nakua across the middle and have Parrish chasing after him, not knowing which way to go. This is just dropping back into his zone. They're falling back into zones where people are flowing to the ball, to the players, following the jerseys. David's in the way. Savasier is initially in the way. So, like, everyone's in communication and working together. Then that allows your pass rush to get there. But, I mean, this is the chess game you got to play. You just got to win more than you lose.
Yeah. And, you have 3rd and 18 and then just Zion McCollum playing bad yet again. Like, there's just no reason for a corner to open up his hips here and give outside leverage. You just can't have this happen. You're playing it fine as you're you're backpedaling. There's no reason to open up your hips. Like, you got to stay in phase and stay with this receiver. You just can't do that. Can't give up the outside. Then you're in no man's land. And this is just pitch and catch, pitch and catch for an 18-yard gain. And when it should have just been either incomplete or a short gain and they kicked the field goal. Yeah, that's unacceptable.
I agree with you. The only other thing I can think of is, they're playing cover 3. The second he sees him getting to there, he's doing a little head fake as he's going to keep going. You don't want to get beat deep. But knowing the sticks helps you. You should understand where the hell it is. If I'm passing the 20, is he still going upfield? Does it look like he's going to do a cut? You can't overcommit because then he just knows he's got it even easier.
Yeah.
But also what makes this way worse is there's no pass rush at all. There's a rushing 4, okay, cool. But if your front 4 can't do jack shit, they're not going nowhere. There was no push. Mm. You're already in shotgun. He steps back. He has all day. He's not even in the picture right now. Right? Yep. So he's not concerned of anything. He's like, hell, I'll throw it 50 yards. And that is a hard throw. Look at opposite hash on a dot right there. Perfect.
Yep.
Great quarterback play. A phenomenal quarterback play. But still, you got to make it hard on him. Like, Vita's been underperforming lately, not really moving much. Elijah Roberts has stepped down. Yaya may have done something, but he got chipped at the line. A running back runs into him. You only got one guy. Pretty much. That's why I think Hassan Reddick coming back is going to be huge for them. But still, and then this Zion yet again. I think this one was worse than him 3rd down.
Yeah,
don't get beat outside. You have your help inside. What the hell are you thinking?
Yeah,
you're playing like a round pick.
Yeah, this is not good. Again, you're playing press. You got to be physical. Your job right here is not let him outside. Like, you have to make sure he goes inside at all costs. You should be shading the outside. You should be forcing this guy to move inside because you have Antoine Winfield doubling, and you just can't allow this. And that's too easy for Stafford. Like, he makes this throw 9 times out of 10 and probably 10 times out of 10 because he's that good. And then here, this is just showing Levante David just isn't what he is. Our linebackers are just not as quick either. And this is a really good play because 2 guys go towards Puka Nakua, and it allows space towards the back. But at the same time, again, you don't have any quick pressure. It's hard. That's just a great throw. And again, it's another no-look pass by Matthew Stafford. Ends up being 6, and this is why they're 9-2.
Yep. Like I said, manipulating safeties, manipulating guys that are staring you down. He understands the go-to guy. Right. If it's grouped up like that, and we see guys creeping, the second he sees him step forward, He's like, okay, fine, I'm throwing into that void. Just like I mentioned with Baker in the offensive film study. Got to find a way.
Yep.
I mean, it's not, these guys are special, yes, but still, like, you can copy what the hell they're doing. It's not like they're doing anything special. It's on tape all day, every day.
Yep. And then again, more Zion just not doing anything to change the play, not doing anything to get this guy off his route. Devontae is one of the best receivers in the game. He's definitely going to the Hall of Fame, but you got to do something different here to force force him different, force him inside, do something to change his route path. Nothing happens. And again, that's easy money for Stafford.
I mean, to be honest, though, okay, that is a hard throw, hard timing to make. Zion, yes, you got to disrupt it somewhere, especially if you're playing press that close. Throw off the timing a little bit. Never touches him. But still, running in phase, yeah, he's getting a little bit of separation, actually, though. But last second, he puts up his hand to try and get it there. It's just a hair over. That's a perfect throw. It's frustrating, and it's easy to jump down Zion McCollum's throat here. I mean, but still, that is a dime of a throw. And it's just frustrating overall, though, McCollum's play.
Yeah, for sure. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Be sure to hit the like button if you're enjoying the stream. If you're new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button, as we appreciate you all. Also, it's a good time to check out our YouTube memberships. Be sure to join the channel, help support us. I think that is $4 to join. But again, it's just a great way to show support. If this is a channel that you like and enjoy, really help us out. Also, be sure to hop over to our Substack. We have a lot of great content going on over there, and definitely have new stuff that we're trying to get out. We're probably going to get more draft content coming out soon over there. We're going to get a lot more. And I might even start like putting up more of a broader horizon, like of other teams, and just kind of show like different concepts. I really want to start doing that. But as always, it's going to be Bucs centric for sure. So again, we appreciate all the support. We'll get back into the live stream here. Let me take that off and then take this. But yeah, I mean, just got beat. I mean, just got outplayed, and a lot of it can be pointed to the injuries because you are missing key guys. When we look at, let me see, where is it? Yeah, the depth chart. You just go down the line. I mean, this team has been without Bucky Irving, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Jalen McMillan. And then on top of that, the offensive line with no Ben Bredesen, no Cody Mock. You've been without Tristan Wirfs, without Luke Gedeke. Defensively, you're completely missing Kalijah Kancey and Hassan Reddick, and not having those guys. You lose David Walker before the season starts. The savior, right? Benjamin Morrison, Jamel Dean, all have been injured. It's just been tough, especially I think those first two I mentioned, and Kalijah Kancey and Hassan Reddick, because when we look at the pass rush and we go over the tape from week 1 to week 2, when Kalijah Kancey was in there, they were getting after the quarterback. They were creating pressure. They were making plays. Hassan Reddick was getting in. He was getting sacks. Kalijah Kancey, same thing. He was on his way to dominating the Houston Texans. But the sad news is he is injury prone, and you just got to look at it that way, because he's been hurt all 3 years in the league. And hopefully that changes. Hopefully he figures it out like Gerald McCoy did and becomes a dominant player. But it just sucks, because when you look at it from that standpoint, it's tough from a coaching aspect to not be able to win with just rushing 4. And you have to do different blitzes. You have to do different things in coverage. And at the same time, when you don't have the linebacker speed and athleticism that you need, and they can't cover like they should, that creates even more problems for your defense. And offensively, it puts a lot of pressure on Josh Grizzard and Baker Mayfield to be playing with the youth at receiver, the lack of explosion in the running back room outside of Sean Tucker. The offensive line is probably the biggest issue because you don't have continuity up front. You haven't had it all year, and it's tough.
It is tough nonetheless. I mean,
yeah,
there's just, but this is NFL. The whole entire NFL has been getting injured.
Yeah,
and so I mean, there's only so much you can kind of excuse it, and it's just the reoccurring theme though. And I agree with a lot of the points. It's true. You're without two of your top receivers for a majority of the season, right? You're relying on rookies and Emeka and Tez to be your dominant receivers to move your offense. Your offensive line is Swiss cheese. It has been a roll. What's it called? A carousel of guards all year. Yep. And then people getting frustrated that Barton's not playing well at center because they put him at left tackle for the first couple of games. And he should just be an all-world center because you just did it for 1 year at the NFL level when you were a left tackle the year before. It's like there's no continuity and you can't rest your head on something comfortable, right? So it's the running game was good last year, and then that was because your whole offensive line was fine. I understand all this. Cohen did a lot of great things to I guess show the things that you didn't think you had, but you have. Like Kate Otten was phenomenal last year. Yeah. And there's a lot of that was drawn up by Liam Cohen understanding we have nothing but Kate Otten, so we got to get him the ball. Some of that has to be done. Like we're going to sell out and literally just rely on this player, right? Instead of giving too many options to Baker, because clearly he's either reading too much or thinking too much at times. And now he's hurt, so you may not even have him for Arizona.
Right.
But I think some of this needs to be dumbed down, like I said with the New Orleans game. Run the damn ball more. I don't care if you got to punt it away. Play the field. And defensively, you need to get some edge rush help. And this plays into what I talked about during the game. Like how many times, how many years after year after year do you have to wait for edge rush help? That it never comes. You say you can't fix everything in an offseason. Well, you got to fix something. Address the most glaring needs. Don't go after areas where you think, oh, well, he's a great person. He didn't get any detention slips in middle school. Like some of that shit, it blows my mind. But I mean, overall, they're a talented team. It's just there's just nothing consistent right now. Injuries have been doing that, but also it's like there are areas where coaching can only take you so far. The players got to take it over, but also you got to have certain talented guys that you can use as weapons. Like a lot of our weapons are hurt.
Yeah, it's a difficult challenge. But just looking at the division, and the Buccaneers just got through the second hardest schedule in this, I guess you could say, first half of the season or past. Past. What are we at? 6-5. So we're at the 12th game coming up. And you just got through your hardest stretch with the Patriots, the Bills, and the Rams. And, including in the middle of that, you had, the Seahawks, you got the Niners, Detroit, mixed in with the Saints as well. But it just sucks because at one point you were 5-1, now you're 6-5. I think what it shows is this team, and it's unfortunate this happens, but it seems like when they're about to go through these tough stretches, that's when they're injured the most, and their roster just isn't capable of overcoming the losses that you have both offensively and defensively. And also, I think as a coaching unit, they don't have enough to figure things out to make a better adjustment or a better game plan, whether that's offense or defense. And it's just not working. And to your point, I think the players' execution, they can't find ways to make the execution easier. And they're really having trouble finding that consistent execution. And some of that does go into coaching, because when you look at these other teams, they all deal with injuries, but at the same time, they are able to put up points. They're able to play good defense. They're able to grind out wins. When I watch other teams and other teams play, they find ways. Like the Browns, they have a dominant defense with Myles Garrett, but they found a way to win with Shedeur Sanders back there.
They're playing the Raiders plus.
I know the Raiders are bad, but just looking at all these other games, the execution, they're still finding ways to execute simple plays. And it seems like for us, it's an issue that can't get fixed. And the NFC South, Jesus, look at all the negative difference points. I think we're the only division that has that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yep, we are.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Well, it's because of what's happened the past 3 games. It's been a slaughter these past 3 games. Yeah. And like you said, so Patriots, Buffalo, and the Rams, all after your bye week. Mm-hmm. All after where you could rest up, get ready. You have 2 weeks to prepare for New England. Loss. Buffalo game. And what pisses me off is like your defense in the beginning of the year was actually playing pretty good.
Well, because you had Kancey and Reddick, yeah.
But even when Kancey went down.
You had Reddick, though, and you had Jamel Dean in there, who's a big difference.
Yeah. Because the Buffalo game was an atrocity. Like the New England game, your defense kept you in it. You get Tyke Smith picking off a ball in the end zone to give you the ability to come back and win the game. Like, you knew they would still keep you there. But it was just a big play. They would just give up. And it was just stupid little things. And I agreed with Bowles when he said that. I was like, we got to just get rid of that. And then Buffalo, we kind of pointed it out. It's like, it wasn't just one guy. Yes, Ben Morrison made a lot of mistakes. Zion made a lot of mistakes. Even David made mistakes. It's like, you couldn't say it was one guy. It was a multitude of guys just not being there. And that goes into your coaching point. Like, don't let them cover that much space if they're not good at it. Find a way to stay to your identity and be aggressive and send the house and do something. Yeah. Try and find a zone blitz where you can use that, or use your safeties, not just in deep coverage, but get them after the quarterback and get Antoine after it. Get Tyke after it. That's when you were best at it. Right. But maybe it's not trusting guys to drop out, some of these outside linebackers. But I mean, like you said, good coaches will find a way. And this game was just an abomination. Like there's nothing good you could say about anything. The Tez Johnson catch, great. It was one play. Other than that, it was awful. Awful. Yeah. And to leave Baker in for that 70-yard throw, an embarrassment of coaching decision. Like,
I don't understand it. I mean, again, the Bucs are in this scenario like they were last year, but at the same time, you have the beneficiary of this schedule because you have Arizona, New Orleans, and Atlanta, 3 straight home games. Should all be 3 wins. That should be 3 wins in a row. And then you have Carolina. Should. Any competent team, competent coaching staff, and with the talent that is still playing, you should be able to find a way. I don't care if you have to run the ball every play. Do it. Like, you got to figure some things out. Defensively, I think you need to play one way. You can't be playing this conservative stuff. Play aggressive, blitz, find ways to pressure the quarterback. If you get beat deep, then so what? Great play by the offense. But you got to figure some things out and really hone in on some identities. And that's something you were talking about on Twitter. That has to be in play moving forward. Offensively, you should have 2 things: run the football, play action pass. That's it. Yep. That's all you should be doing. And you should be under center most of the time. Defensively, play press coverage, but actually press the guy. Don't let him walk around you and do nothing. And you got to do sim pressures. You got to figure out a way to open up pass rushing lanes, send Jacob Parrish, send Tyke Smith, do whatever you have to do to find ways to impact the game. And it's just not happening. The good news, like I said, this schedule benefits you a lot because these offenses aren't good. Defensively, they're not good either. So you have opportunities to really find some ground here, and hopefully you get guys back as the season goes on, because Mike Evans, McMillan, Cansey are all close to returning, or at least they're going to be back by the, in December at some point. You're getting Bucky Irving back this week. You got to make things happen.
Yeah, I mean, I want to agree with you that there should be wins.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at that, you look at the records they have. And Carolina, those last two, you're tied with Carolina right now. Think about that.
Well, Carolina's 6-6. We're 6-5. So, yeah.
When's their bye?
Yeah. So, yeah, they're 6-6. They're going to have a bye week coming up here. I think it's not this week coming up. It's the week after. They play the Rams this week, so they're going to get killed by the Rams and be 6-7. So, I mean, they'll probably be, I'm not sure who they play after. Let me see if I can pull it up. They play, I think, either the Falcons or division. Yeah, the Saints. They play the Saints after their bye week. So there's potential they could be 7-7 heading into this Tampa Bay game. Bucs should be 9-5 at that point. At the very worst, 8-6 going into that game.
And then they got Seattle before they play us again. Shit.
Yeah. So at the very least, they're going to have 8 losses at the end of the season.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. You never know. But it's just a frustrating, reoccurring theme of a season. Like, you can bring up the same topics every year.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not going to have a pass rush. We're going to have to manufacture it somehow. We're going to have injuries all over the field, especially at corner and receiver now for some reason. And there will be bonehead coaching decisions.
Yeah. And I think, again, it starts at the top. We talked about Todd Bowles. Like, you got to have accountability on this team, and you're the head guy. You have to take responsibility and put your foot down, especially with these guys going back in the game when they don't need to. Like, you can't allow that to happen to Baker Mayfield. Like, there's just no reason for that decision. There's no reason not to go for it on 4th down against the Buffalo Bills when you had an opportunity to, take control of that game. You decide to punt because you trust your defense, who hasn't got a stop in that game whatsoever. And just some of the things. And then on top of that, he switches it up and he goes for it on 4th and 2. What was the score, Mark? I think it was 28-7 at that point. You go for it there, but you don't go for it when you have the lead and an opportunity to take control of the game or try to take the lead. I'm sorry, but there's just, too many inconsistencies as a head coach, and you wonder why your team is inconsistent overall. That's why. So I don't know. There's going to have to be some things that he's going to have to dig deep and hopefully make those adjustments himself. And then it's going to have to trickle down to the team, and guys are going to have to play better with those adjustments.
I mean, so another thing. So I know we keep mentioning the injuries. Every team's injured. The Bills literally had like no receivers. They were just throwing guys because their whole thing was they couldn't score on offense. There was no continuity with the receivers. There was nothing. And you made it so easy on them to just get back in the flow. And then guess what? They go the next week and Josh Allen looks like a moron again. And they lose bad to the Houston Texans. Albeit they are the best defense in the league and have the top of the 2 premier edge rushers in the game.
Yeah, they couldn't block.
Get one of those. Plus, I think we should try and sell the house, do something to get one of those. But
no, we can talk about that. We can shift gears towards Jason Light, because I think this is something we have discussed privately, but Jason has to be better. I think him and his staff need to be better in understanding what the team weaknesses are, how to team how to properly build a team and understand what is going to maximize defensively and offensively. When you look at, the offseason, and we talked about this so many times throughout the offseason, the number one need was linebacker. The other top need was edge rush or just pass rush in general. That was your top two needs. And you go out and don't really address it. You sign Anthony Walker, a free agent linebacker, to maybe help you. You put a lot of stock and a lot of faith in Servassier Dennis, who hasn't played, had one good game against Detroit last year, but you really haven't seen him put a whole season together, and put a lot of pressure on him to be that guy. Levante David, as good as he is, he's 35 years old. At some point, he's going to fall off, and we're starting to see that now. Again, he just doesn't have the speed that he used to play with. At times, he's good. At times, you can make plays, but it just didn't make any sense, especially going into that draft. And I understand why they took Emeka Egbuka, and he'll probably be a star. But you had Jahad Campbell staring you in the face, who could probably make a difference for this defense if you had him, because A, he can cover, A, he can blitz, and he's a tough son of a gun and knows how to play defense, knows how to play linebacker, and he can pass rush. You had Donovan Ezeraku staring you in the face. You could have been aggressive and traded up in the second round to go get him and Emeka Egbuka. But you didn't do it because we value our draft picks, because our 4th and 5th rounders or 6th rounders are going to make a difference. How about you be aggressive and try to go get a star pass rusher? Myles Garrett, you could have made an offer, could have made a phone call. Micah Parsons could have made an offer, could have made a phone call.
Oh, yeah, that one we should have.
Trey Hendrickson could have easily made a call.
I mean, we don't necessarily know if they did or didn't, but
yeah,
from our standpoint, he likely didn't. He was like, "Oh, that many picks? Oh, hell to the no."
Yeah.
But even with that, so like this guy said, he's overly risk advert.
Yeah.
Yes, 100% true. And also, it's like not just through the draft, he values that too much. Yes, but like
in free agency too.
Free agency, like. The Patriots revamped their entire defense, and they got 2 edge rushers off the market. Harold Landry, we've begged for us to get him drafted here. Didn't happen. You have him in the open market. Didn't even attempt to probably call. You signed Reddick the second it was open. But then, again, that's a non-risk. You sign him to a 1-year deal, a prove-it deal. You had a bad year. Come over here. Let's do this. There was no risk in that. You had Harold Landry, and then who's the other one? Caleb Von Chason.
Yeah.
And guys that I've proven they can rush the passer in some capacity. Just give me an okay pass rusher in this defense. Yaga's getting the attention. Vita Vea is getting attention.
Yeah.
Give me any guy over there. And Reddick was the I guess the puzzle piece or chess piece, like he likes to say it is, but he's hurt, right? Yeah. Look how bad the defense got. So it's I guarantee the second he comes back, it's a different look defense. But so you're relying on too many maybes. And the fact that another thing that pisses me off that they said all offseason, middle linebacker is the deepest group of our defense. Are you shitting me?
No.
That's a lie from hell on that one.
No,
and then
bad.
You go out there and say, oh, Chris Braswell, power hands, buddy. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's coming up. It's really something big. Like,
no.
That's why a lot of talk in the offseason is a lot of talk. I hate it. And it's like, don't get me hyped up about bullshit. Let me see what's happening on the film and on tape.
Yeah.
Right? You can see anything in there. Talks. Let me see it in action.
Yeah. No, I agree. And when you look at the draft picks that haven't hit, again, you wasted a second round pick on Logan Hall, who still hasn't got better since he entered the league. You invest another second round pick in Chris Braswell. Hasn't worked out. And it's not like they haven't drafted edge. And I understand they've tried. Like, you drafted JTS, didn't pan out. You try to add Logan Hall for your defensive line. You added Kalijah Cansey. Cansey's been in and out with injuries. Yaya Diaby you drafted, who has panned out. I think Yaya has been good. And and then you try to add trying to think of the others. David Walker this year, you added Elijah Roberts, who's been okay. But just moves that, again, just haven't panned out. And I understand you're not going to have a top 10 pick to go get one of these edge guys, but that goes into our point. You got to be aggressive and try to make a trade. Like you did that with JPP, and that worked out beautifully because you got Shaq Barrett, the free agent value deal that you got him at, and he panned out. But that's 5-6 years ago. Like, where's the moves now? Like, you got to go out there and be aggressive and know you can get a proven guy, a proven veteran that can come in and help this team. And just hasn't happened for whatever reason. Like, and you can talk about culture and all this. You can't play it safe with culture. You have a good culture in place. If you bring in a knucklehead, they're going to figure it out to keep that guy in check. They did it with Antonio Brown. Like, that guy's
for half a season.
Yeah, but that guy's crazy. And like, you should be able to do the same. Like, you can't just go culture base and like pick the best human possible. Yes, that is a big factor, but you can't just pass on talent. And sometimes that's gonna cost this team. And it has in past years because you didn't have good enough players to execute when it mattered most, especially in the playoffs, and not being able to beat the best of the best, like the Lions, the Rams, Seahawks, all these teams that are stepping up that ladder and passing you. And the only reason you're in the playoffs is because your division sucks ass. Like, you're going to win that division by default because you have such a talented team, but you don't have the coaching or the right personnel to take you over that next step, because you can't affect the quarterback. And at the same time, you can't help your quarterback be more consistent because you don't have the right coaching in place.
I'm going to give a little pushback on the culture thing. Yeah. I'm not necessarily going to say it's because you're just getting the straight A student, whatever I wore tighty-whities my whole life kind of person. I'm going to say it's more a negative voice can really bring down. One negative voice can bring down a whole entire team.
Well, for sure.
It's like a cancer. It's going to keep spreading. People start
believing. Right? I would say Logan Hall's a negative voice, but they, they didn't think of culture with that pick, obviously. I just don't think he's got it. I mean, he's lazy, I think, and I don't know.
I mean, on the field, he has hustle and motor. I'll give him that. It's just
does he watch tape though? I don't know about that one.
I think he's kind of like the Jameis Winston mindset. Like, if I just keep doing this one thing, it's gonna work. And he just does one thing. I mean, he's added a couple of wrinkles, but it just doesn't vastly improve the awareness in the game. He never did well in the small school he was at too. That frustrates me. And then the big thing of David Walker, I think he ran a 4.9 40. That's your edge rush speed savior that you drafted in the 4th round. You're gonna hang your hat on.
Yeah,
that pisses me off.
Yeah, you can't put so much hope in a 4th round pick and saying this guy is going to be our key to the Super Bowl, like Larry Foote said in the video. Like that just can't be. And the management decisions, the scouting, as good as the drafts have been, they have hit on a lot of draft picks. You've been hitting on at least 3 picks every draft, which is a very good success rate. But some of the things I hear about player evaluation and saying this guy can't be on our team or this guy or that guy, it's concerning, because when I hear them talk about certain players, I'm like, why would you not want that guy? Guy's a good football player. Like, go be aggressive and try to get him. They could have got one of them if they just took him at 27 in the Logan Hall draft, but they decided to trade down because we're going to go in a different direction. Like, I don't know. They have to be better, more aggressive for sure on the front office side, and coaching overall, top to bottom, needs to figure some things out.
I mean, overall with the locker room, you just need a coach that can man all this. I mean, look at the Patriots with Belichick. You had a murderer in the damn locker room. You had Aaron Hernandez in there. Yes, Tom Brady is the best quarterback ever, but it's not like he's literally hand feeding these guys and saying, just do this, just do this. No, like, you're having to coach these guys up. The biggest thing is just love for the game. Aaron Hernandez was a phenomenal athlete and great football player, just a psycho in the head at times. So, like, it's just what same thing with Nick Saban. It's like, how do I get these guys to play? Right? Because it's going to be a new influx of guys in every year. I got to get the best group of guys to win games. Same thing, Urban Meyer. He had them. Brandon Spikes over there. Who else? There was just a montage of guys and the Gators. It was just a crazy football team. And then you have Tim Tebow next to them. It's wild. So, like, good coaches can bend together. It doesn't have to be all. Just.
I mean, Cody brings a good point. I mean, you got to have guys in the locker room to not allow this stuff to happen. Like, you can't accept what's going on, and that has to come from the players and as well as the coaches. I mean, the coaches have to have accountability too. Like we talk about the Baker Mayfield decision, like, that stuff can't happen. Like, you got to figure it out. But the players at the end of the day, they got to be the ones to say this just can't happen, and you gotta figure ways to overcome things that you should be better at. Like Zion McCollum, someone's got to look him in the face and scare him or do something to bring out a much better player, because it's not working right now.
I mean, think about it. In defense, we don't really have a dominant personality. Dean is our best player, but he's quiet, goofy. Zion McCollum, just quiet, kind of suave. I don't know. Like,
I mean, Tyke Smith.
But they're not like loud and in your face.
Right.
Even with the media, they're just like tone deaf, kind of down. Like
Kaparish, same way.
Right. No one is. No, we're gonna get better. We're all gonna work on this. And we're gonna win. Everyone's down. When they're down, they're down. When they're up, they're up. There's no one saying, no, we're gonna be consistent.
Yeah, Vita Vea is like, he's just.
I'll tell you.
I don't think anyone really takes him serious when he speaks, because he's just, a jokester out there. But yeah, someone has to pick it up, and
Logan Hall would be it.
Levante needs. I mean, as much as he tries to talk, I mean, I don't know. The message obviously isn't getting through. So they got to figure it out. Something's got to change.
David's more of a lead by example guy.
He is.
He's like, just do it how I do it. Yeah. Sometimes every person has something else that gets them to snap or gets them to click. It can't just be mellow kumbaya. You got to find a way to get each individual guy on the right path. Some of them need it. Some guys, you don't need it. Right? Bruce Arians said that best. He's like, some guys I could yell at them, but then come back later and talk to them. Right? I mean, you don't know what's going behind closed doors, no. But like players managing themselves, there ain't no one on this defense that's like getting up in your face. Yeah. Offensively, Baker may do that and say some things. But really, besides Baker, on offense, it's Mike, and Mike's out because he's hurt.
Yeah.
All the other ones are just kind of calm. No one really gives a shit. Oh, we're down, or we're okay.
Yeah.
I know they want to win. It's just like, how bad do you want it? And that's what you say is your culture. Like, culture is just a bunch of guys that just won't yell, I guess. I don't know.
And that was the most concerning thing on Sunday night. It's like we come out into that game and just didn't really see see the effort. Yeah, I mean, Fukuwa, great comment. He's definitely having Chip Ahoy withdrawal for sure. But it just seemed like the team just wasn't ready to play, or didn't believe in what they were being asked to do. There was just no conviction on both sides. And that's something that they better figure out Sunday against Arizona, because you can't lose against Arizona. You just can't. Like if you do, then this season is going to churn much different as far as expectations and things moving forward going into the future as far as what's the direction of this team, because you just can't drop games to Arizona or the Saints, especially. Atlanta, that one will be tricky just because Kirk Cousins is Todd Bowles' kryptonite. And I think they have probably the best talented roster that presents a challenge. I think they're more talented than Carolina. I don't think Carolina presents much of a challenge, in my opinion. I think it's going to be Atlanta that could, put spoils into this thing. So we'll see there. But yeah, overall, got to turn this ship around, because right now at 6-5, not going in a good direction.
Oh, well, at least you got 3 home games in a row.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, get back to home, get back to your routines of fixing the issue. Because I truly believe Bowles does go out there and says, listen, if I call this is where you need to be. And so sometimes it's like you're relying too much on guys to do what you told them to do, but they're just not cooperating with it.
Yeah.
If it is, and that's what I'm saying, stick to your identity, send the shit in and have them just accelerate decision-making from quarterbacks.
Yeah, you have to.
You can't literally sit there and let guys that are learning on the go. Jacob Parrish is an outlier. He is a special type of guy.
Mm.
But now you're spreading him thin. You're putting him outside. You're putting him back at nickel. Like Ben Morrison, he did well early on under the time in, time out kind of thing, keeping Dean's legs healthy. Yeah, now you're getting exposed, right? But like, let's make it where simplified, get back to the basics, and let's win some football. Like,
yeah,
especially against a team, the Cardinals at home, run the ball. Whether it's Bridgewater or Baker there, hopefully it's not Baker.
Yeah.
Run the damn ball, and on defense, get after it. That's all you light a fire in someone's ass, and someone needs to get angry. I mean,
yeah,
hold yourself to accountability. You've said it 3 games in a row now, and you're not showing it. It's getting worse, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a good thing, but I think that's going to do it for us, guys. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Be sure to hit that like button. Leave comments if you want to talk about what we discussed. We went over some game film of the game against the Rams and talked about just the overall state of this franchise, and can they find it yet again to pull through and finish strong to the season and maybe make something happen in the playoffs if they get healthy enough. Time will tell. But as always, hope everyone has a great night. Have a very happy Thanksgiving. And we'll see you guys on the next one, probably next week for sure. So with that, good night. Go Bucs.
Happy Thanksgiving.